I have your attention, please. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Crypto Night Show. Your host Superman in the house, and man, we got some exciting things happening across the board. You guys have been patient, you've been waiting, and man, it is exciting stuff, guys. It is exciting stuff. We got the inflation data out today, and that is pretty good results for inflation. So we're going to talk about that. Interest rates. We're going to talk about President Trump and some of the things he's been saying at his economic speech today. Very bullish, of course, and I agree with them wholeheartedly. It is game on. And then we're going to get into, of course, the crypto majors. We're going to look at Bitcoin immersion staking. Of course, that is playing out. It technically could take 70 days. So we're going to watch that. Of course, I think it's Maven is their staking protocol for that. And in-house solution too. And then we're going to get into GoPulse. GoPulse, guys, Pulse chain is green, guys, and it's not just 1 to 2%. Looks like it's almost heading up towards the double digits, so that's kind of cool. We've got obviously the big news around LibertySwap, and of course, what does that mean for Peacock? Peacock rising through the ranks right now in the market, as I was just looking at. We got, of course, Rackham Rochelle coming out with CoinMafia. Looks very, very imminent indeed. Maybe we're even in a launch window right now. It's getting close, guys, but be careful of fake coins. Let's just be careful out there of fake coins. Wait for the official announcements from the official channels. Otherwise, you'll be buying somebody's little, fake scammer coin. We're also going to talk about. We're also going to get into some of the stuff around the True2X and have a look at the latest results for that, as well as quickly check in, of course, for those that missed it yesterday, the weekly monster thread from MVS Crypto, the editor-in-chief there. And of course, that was thread number 36, which is amazing. 36 weeks of the hottest Pulse chain news. So we've got lots to talk about, guys, and it's all pretty bullish. So what a great start to the new year. We had a good start to the new year, a little dip, little consolidation. Now good news again, and we're expecting it to really ramp up. And remember, I did say after the 10th of January, maybe 11th of January, we had a lot of upside potential. So very excited there. All right, let's get on. We've got David in the house there. Good to see you, David. Evening. I think it's going to be a long night, says David. I wonder what you're talking about. What are you alluding to there, David? What are you alluding to? Maybe it's CoinMafia. Maybe CoinMafia is talking about. We've got Christos in the house there. Good evening, Superman. Good to see you, Christos. Big welcome. And of course, we've got Rolf Kane as well. Superman's in the house, and he's staying. Yeah, he's staying. Yeah, we worked out the other day. It was I've been streaming pretty much for over 2,000 days, maybe 2,200 days since Hex. I'm just trying to remember whether I was streaming before Hex launched. I know I was definitely streaming when Hex launched because we were doing referral codes. There was probably a good number of people that jumped on that didn't stream and started streaming. I just can't remember whether I was streaming before that. I think I was, but I think I was not doing crypto. I think I was doing Blender 3D. I think I was doing Blender 3D and other stuff like that. So interesting times ahead. We got Crypto Dan in the house there. Hey, Superman. Good to see you, Crypto Dan. Welcome. So let's get into it, shall we? Let me make sure I've got everything set up here. And we might have some hot news in real time, right? We get a lot of that sometimes. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Let me just make sure I've got everything set up here. I think we're all good. Now I had something else that I pulled up as well. So I think that's in the wrong spot. So we're going to go. Are we ready? Let's get ready, guys. Have we got some sound effects for that? I don't know. Let's do it. Let's jump snare it. Oh, there we go. It took a while, guys. All right, we got some more comments though. We got Wookie in the house there, community leader. Good big shout out. All markets are behaving strange at the minute, says Wookie. And David's in the house as well. Yep, CoinMafia launch. Getting excited for that. Woohoo! All right, so let's break it down. Let's get into the stock market results and go for gold there. So we've got the S&P 500 slips on JP Morgan stumble, but Intel and AMD rally. So some good stuff there in the tech stocks there. Not so much for the banks. Dow Jones there down 0.8%, 400 points. the 49,191. Remember, it's off the highs, right? So, it's a down day today, but still up at record levels. S&P 500 down 1/5%, 13 points to 6,963. And we've got the Nasdaq there down 0.1%, 24 points to 23,709. So just a little bit of a down day there. We got the US dollar is rising, almost back at 99. Remember, it was 98 when Trump came into power, approximately. 108 when Trump came into power, approximately. So still down about 9 points. We got the West Texas oil up 2.7%, $1.60 to $61.10. Brent oil up just a tad at $65.49. Gold still looking pretty hot, $4,594. And I'm pretty sure that's just off the highs, is it? Not too far away. Yeah, just off the highs there. Got up to, what's that, about $30 off the highs from the looks of it. Let me look at the month chart there. Yeah, we're pretty much at the highs. Look at that. And look at the max chart. Just unbelievable. I don't know. They've got some data missing there at the moment, but crazy stuff. Silver is doing amazing, up 2%. And that is $1.70 today, $86.86. And you can see, look at that parabolic chart, man. Definitely a time to start taking some profits there. And let's have a look at the last month on the old chart there. So just off the highs is the old silver. And it looks like it got up to around about... It's not that clear on there, is it? Let's go to the weekly chart. Maybe we have it on that. Just coming off the highs there. Yeah, maybe $86. So it's pretty up there with the old silver. Amazing stuff. And we are expecting to go higher, but definitely in that range. Remember, we said $75 to $125. So $86. So we're kind of in that, take some profit off the table. It's up to people, of course. You do what you want. But certainly that parabolic chart is it's looking pretty crazy. All right, so let's jump into the economic news. We had the inflation news, right? So we've got more inflation stuff coming out this week. It's got more data like the PMM, right? The Producers Price Index, kind of the factory or gate prices. So it's the underlying prices. We've got the retail prices come out today. So we've got with investors eyeing the development around the Fed, the publication of the December US CPI, a closely monitored gauge of inflation, has generated additional attention. US headline inflation in December matched both the preceding month, with consumer prices rising 2.7% annually and by 0.3% month on month. Both equaled November's rate. So no change in the inflation rate. Really good, right? Really good. And we're in line with economists' expectations. Remember, the last GDP number we had was 4.3%. Amazing. And we're pretty bullish about the future there. Stripping out volatile items like food and fuel, the so-called core consumer price index from the Labor Department came in and annualized 2.6% and 0.2%, so slightly lower even month on month. These are also the same as November's reading, and we're slightly cooler than estimates. And of course, remember, we had the government shutdown period as well, which would have shaved a bit off GDP. I'm sure that's going to come up in the GDP numbers there. They can't be too far away. Inflation and labor market strength are the Fed's two biggest considerations for setting interest rates. Non-farm payroll data released last week showed some resilience in the labor sector. And here's a quote here. So the chances of a rate cut in January are still slim. And that is true. We still see that in the market. We're going to look at that in a minute. March looks more likely, said Jarek Solodowski. I guess it's some sort of Polish name or something. Head of trading financial markets online. America's recovery is still on track, even if job creation is disappointingly modest. So the Fed won't be in a hurry to cut rates, but disinflation means it has the freedom to do so. So what I'm expecting to see is, obviously, with the GDP rising, to see the employment start rising as well with that. And of course, wages have already been rising, right? So that will all come, and probably this first quarter coming up, it's going to really be a takeoff period there. We obviously started having the banking returns there. JP Morgan obviously topped estimates, but we can expect performance there. Hit that a little bit there on the price. And obviously Intel, AMD did not too bad as well. So we got the rest of the banks, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and Citigroup reporting earnings on Wednesday. So it'll be tomorrow. All right. So that's kind of where we are right now. Let's jump up to the tools there, and we'll go have a look at the Fed rate monitor. And we know that we've got 2 weeks and 20 hours to go till the next Fed meeting on the 28th of February. We've got 2.3% chance of a rate cut, so it's not happening, guys, from the looks of it. And we're going to have a no change for January, so no boost to the markets there. But we are still in a dovish interest rate cycle now, and we've got 26% expecting a rate cut by March. But I think that's going to increase as we move forward into time, and because we've also got the Fed chairman coming in. But that, of course, doesn't kick into May. So we've still got technically three meetings, January, March, and April under the Chairman Powell. And of course, we've got 34% expecting rate cut there. So plenty of months there to bring that under control. Now, that said, the rates at the moment are just way too high. I mean, 3.75 and the inflation's 2.6, 2.7. What are they waiting for? What are they waiting for? It's crazy, right? Crazy. So yeah, that's kind of where we are right now. All right, so that is the Fed meeting there. And now we've obviously got the economic data coming up as well. So I think we might have a quick look at that calendar. It's always a bit, I wasn't planning to do this, so I sort of added this in. And let's have a look here with this week. Let's look at the week candela. What did I say? Candela? Candela. We haven't got any filters on this, so that's the problem, right? I just want USA. 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 All right. Let's see. So I've got to do lots of defiltering. So clear all. All right. We got the United States. I should have just said United States at the top. Honestly, some of these filters, they just what's the point? I mean, United States is the main game, right? The main game. Why is that not there? Now all categories. What are we going to do? We're just going to go or keep all, but we just want the high importance, right? So let's go high. All right. So kind of cool. What do we got coming up? So we got Wednesday. Obviously, we had CPI data come out already. Corporate CPI, we got sales. So Thursday, there we got the PPI, so the Producers Price Index, so the wholesale prices. We got retail sales as well coming up. What else there? Initial jobless claims also probably of interest, and that's coming out on the January 16th there. And yeah, so we'll keep a lookout for those. Those are some of the key marks there coming up for this week. All right, so that was that. Let's get into some of the videos here from Trump. Trump here got some bullish stuff about the economic boom has officially begun. He spoke at an economic forum today. So let's quickly hear this little snippet.
And the results are in, and the Trump economic boom is officially begun. It's really begun almost from the...
So there we go. The boom has begun, and I'm 100% agree. It's a game on 26, 27. And of course, we saw very good indications last year, that 4.3% GDP and all that investment from last year, probably close to $21 trillion. Unbelievable numbers. I mean, we're talking about, under Biden, 4 years, $1 trillion. Here we got, 21 trillion the first year. And of course, we've got a number of booms happening on in the energy sector, including micro nuclear. In the robotics, in AI chips, it's this game on in shipbuilding. It is just goes on energy, oil and gas, boom. I mean, it just goes on and on. And of course, a big thrust there is to bring back modern industries, right? So obviously, America lost about 7 million jobs from 1975 through to at least last year, perhaps. And but to get those jobs back in manufacturing, that kind of gutted the Midwest and stuff like that, is to bring back manufacturing. Of course, it's going to be different, right? Because we've got robotics and automation now, and so cheap labor in Southeast Asia and Asia, not such a big deal anymore because of those factors. It's really a paradigm shift, and it means that first world countries like the United States can bring it all back home. Not only does that, but also protects the security of a lot of things as well. So as long as America can secure its resources, its production function will be automated and modern and technology. And we're going to enter the age, as we saw yesterday with Elon Musk. We're going to enter the age of Star Trek? Yeah, that's kind of cool. Pretty excited there. All right, we got a couple of comments announced there. BB says about 9-inch team. Yeah, well, we don't. That team's that Dex is not really doing much anymore. The team's got a bit of a bad rep right now. So there's not really any LP on there. There's a lot of admins there, admins in Prevex Telegram. Maybe they are. Maybe they've migrated. One project down, another one up, I guess. We got Wookie in house there. The bond market is under pressure, super. And well, we do have We do have, what I was going to say, we do have the central, the US debt. We got that massive refixing. I can't remember what month. I think it's March or something. It is about $8 trillion or something. It's a pretty big month. So the lower the interest rates are, the better, obviously, for the United States there. Crypto Dan, about 9-inch founder, is AWOL, but has the cheek to call out Richard out for green candles. Yeah, as you guys know, we don't really do green. Do a drama, but that pretty much is gone. And of course, there's probably enough said about that. We got Tanzanian in house there. Hey, super, good to see you, Tanzanian. Big welcome. All right, so that was kind of cool from Trump. So that's around the economic boom, and I agree with him wholeheartedly on that. Then we got a little bit of comment here about the interest rates, and of course I agree with this as well. 3.75% against 2.6, 2.7. It's just crazy. And typically a good rule of thumb is a 1-to-1 rate, rate. So yeah, we'll see. So Trump's saying when the market goes up, the Fed should lower rates. Let's see how this goes.
When the market goes up, they should lower rates. You want to see 20% and 25%? You want to see what we can do? We've got to go back to an old standard. When there's good news, the market should go up, not go down. Does that make sense to everybody? And that's the way it used to be for most of the time. That's the way you make a country great. But our growth potential is unlimited and could be much higher if we went back to sanity. We're not doing it anymore. We're talking about the head of the Fed, and I want somebody that when the market is doing great, interest rates can go down because our country becomes stronger. See, you view it differently. Our country becomes stronger, and therefore interest rates should go down, not up. They kill every rally.
We've seen the Fed move late, right? The Fed's been done a pretty bad job. So what we want is a Fed that's far more adjustable to the what's happening with the economy. That's assuming you got good leadership, though, right? So obviously with Trump, we got good leadership there because they're expanding the supply. Under the Democrats, they don't expand the supply; then they get to spend money and get inflation, right? Whereas Trump is investing and expanding supply, and so you can boost demand. You can do tariff checks or pay the military $76 to 1.5 million people. You can do all that stuff because you're expanding supply, and it's massive. We're in a historic time, guys, for the United States. It's really going to be a special golden age, and people are going to remember it fondly, I'm sure. And what a great time to get your retirement 401k re-ramp there. But once Trump goes, and depending on what's coming up, you got to be careful. Maybe you have to rotate into something conservative so you protect that mad gains that you get over the next couple of years. What else there? We got Red Gray's in house there. What's up? Long time. Glad to see you. Still grinding. Hold it strong. Absolutely there, Red Gray. Good to see you in the house there. 100%. Every day, man. We're here. With a few exceptions. Up and to the right there with the rockets is Tanzanian. Absolutely. All right, so that is from Trump, guys. That is a few clips there from today's economic presentation. Not bad. And we are bullish about that. Now, obviously, May is when the transition happens. It takes about 90 days to get someone up, so they must be pretty close to choosing one of the supply side economists to go in there and be more dovish and bring those, put a bit more pressure and leadership on the interest rate reduction there. Powell's got to go. I laughed the other day. Powell said, I stay neutral, but he's been at university campuses, preaching his little left-wing nut job stuff. So I don't believe him. And he's done a pretty bad job with the timing interest rates management as well. All right, so let's move on into crypto and see what the crypto majors are. How did they react? Stock market was down, of course, on the Stanley Morgan and all that sort of stuff with the banks. But what is happening with cryptocurrency on the back of that inflation number? Let's check it out. Let's go full screen. Let's go mad with the full screen. We got the crypto market is up 3.1%. So the crypto market liked it. Nice to see crypto move when stock market was going up, but the crypto market wasn't. But it is now. And 3.289 trillion. Let's just round it up at 3.3 trillion, up 3% today. Bitcoin at the moment up 5%, guys, and we're at 95,730. Nice there. Ethereum up 7.6% at $3,333. It's a nice ring there. BNB is up 4.7% at $946. We got XRP at number 5, up 5.7% at $2.17. Solana at number 6, up 5.5% at $146. We got Tron there at number 8, up 1.9%, just at 30.5 cents. And finally, our top 10 Doge there is the winner of the day for the 24 hours, up 9.4%, just below 15 cents right now. One of the news as well is ADA or Cardano that has flipped back. Figurehealic. Now, remember that had been flipped for about, was it a week almost? So Cardano there back up 9.2% today. So there we go, just passed it by a few $1 million too. Cool. That is where we are right now. Best performer, of course, is Doge, up 9.4%. Best performer over the last week is Tron, up 4.2%. Best performer in the top 100, Story IP, up 81%. Pretty big move there. Monero, up 52% there. And then number 3 is MYX Finance, up 22%. Pulse X Matic is up 22%. And Pump Fund there, up 6.2%. Now, interesting enough, Pump Fund is sitting at number 5. We know that they did something like $2 billion in DEX turnover. And so that bodes well for Rackham Rochelle's CoinMafia launch, which could very well be in the launch window right now, guys. So that's going to be pretty exciting to see that. So, pretty cool stuff happening right there. Top gainers, a Pirate Chain up 75%, Debt Relief Bot up 75%, and Dash there up 56% in the top 1,000. Trending at the moment, Nero, Dash, and Pudgy Penguins. So we've got a lot of privacy stuff and memes in the move there. And that is a green day in the office for the old crypto majors. Pretty cool indeed. Now, we do have some updates around Bitmine Immersion. Of course, the number one liquid ETH holder there. They, of course, are in a process of staking with their Maven setup, or Maven staking protocol. And apparently that was going to take 70 days. So they have got Bitmine Immersion staked another basically $500 million in ETH today. Now have 4.1 billion. So they're still, well on their way. Remember, they got over 4 million ETH, about 4.2, I think it is. So it's still got a long way to go there. But certainly the process is in play. The yield for that is 2.1%, but mine will make almost $90 million each year at the current rate, I guess. But we're expecting that to head up towards 365 million, I believe, once they get all 6 million ETH. And they've still got to buy another 1.8 million or so ETH to get to their target of 5% and have their sovereign put, as they call it. That also has an impact on the network itself in terms of upward valuation. So pretty cool there. So that is kind of where we are at the moment on the Bitmine Immersion. So we're keeping a good track of that, and that's processing well. That obviously going to give a nice uplift for Ethereum, as we talked about earlier. So Ethereum there sitting at number 2 right now. All right, so pretty cool on that one. Now, we also have the BMR price right now. It's $31.22. So instead of holding Ethereum and you want to do this long play with Ethereum, you can, of course, pick up Bitmine Immersion, $31.22 right now. We look at the 6-month price. Obviously, it had a big rally at the beginning into October, and it has tapered off right now down to $31. I think it looks looking like a pretty good pickup. Obviously, they're having the share issuance that's probably dampened a little bit, but actually that's a bit of a fool's game. So we're still extremely bullish about Bitmine Immersion. That $31 maybe by the end of the year could be worth $300, $400, $500. We'll see. But lots of potential there. And while we're checking out some potential price predictions, we might pull up that topic on another day. But that is kind of our crypto overview, guys. And it's a green day in the office. So got to be happy about that, right? Got to be happy about that for sure. We're heading in the right direction. Nice to see the majors move, and hopefully that bodes well for Pulse Chain, right? We're all hoping for that. That should be pretty cool. And of course, we're going to get into Pulse Chain markets now. Excuse me. We've got also LibertySwap, of course, huge news today with that dropping. So LibertySwap with Railgun and Shield as well, another feature is live. And of course, we've also got Rackham Rochelle potentially in the launch window here. Got a couple of comments in the chat, so maybe we're getting some updates there. We've got BB28 says CoinMafia has a blacklist, right? Pretty scared from CoinQuest to buy fast. How about 9-inch guys when they used to turn it off? We're not really talking about 9-inch. There's no point talking about 9-inch. So, are you guys talking about 9-inch? Stop talking about 9-inch because there's really of no value, right? No value there. BB. Maybe Rack will turn off blacklist. That would be great, says BB. I don't know. I'll leave it up to Rackham to do what Rackham's going to do. And we got Property Review announced there. Great show today. Enjoying the detail on all the info you provide better than the majority of channels. So I appreciate that, Property Review. Thank you so much. I think that deserves a bit of a clap today. All right. Now let's get into the majors here with Pulse Chain. So obviously we saw some good movement with the crypto market up over 3%. How is Pulse Chain doing? Now, Pulse Chain, of course, is a full system state copy of Ethereum based on the 10th of May 2023, launched on the 13th of May 2023, and now it's 977 days later. It had to put up with the SEC for about 2 years. Got free from that after finally defeating it back on the 7th of July last year. Of course, Richard Hart hiring some superstar lawyers there and absolutely devastating the SEC. So it was pretty cool. And let's get into see what the results are after 977 days. Going to be a lot of fun. Before we do that, though, we got Sean O'Malley in the house there. Good morning, Chads. Good morning to you indeed. Now, I forgot to do this, but I did actually activate what did I activate yesterday? I activated what was it? Let's have a look here. I activated the jewels or something like that. Let me know if you guys can see that, the jewels and stuff like that. I'm not sure where it is supposed to be, but let us know if you can see that jewels. You can drop jewels and stuff like that. I don't know. I think you have to be signed up to it and purchase some jewels, but let me know if that's the case. Just want to see whether that's active or not. Should be. Sean O'Malley in there, up only. Definitely up only there, Sean. All right, so let's jump away to the Pulse Chain results, and we'll kick it into some of these big project updates as well. We got Pulse there at $0.172, up 7.5%. So we'll take that. That's pretty good. We got PulseX at the moment at $0.137, up 9.4%, almost double digits on PulseX. That's exciting. Of course, everyone's waiting for the time we start getting 30% days and maybe 40% days. Get a few of those in a row, maybe 4, 5, 6, 7 days of those. So that'd be pretty neat, wouldn't it? We got 8.4% right now on PulseX is the buy and burn. Ink token at the moment, 68 cents, up 9.23%. And Hex on Pulse Chain is up 5.55%. How funny is that? That is hilarious. 555, guys. Pretty funny. Thanks for the repost there, Sean. Thanks for the repost. Much appreciated. Yeah, if you guys haven't reposted the show, don't forget to smash it out there on X. Just take a moment, hit the repost button. Helps a lot. EHEX at the moment is lost that zero again. So you got another chance at a discount yesterday. Well, it's disappeared now. We're back at 1/10 of a penny. We got the combined price of EX and PX is back at 4/10 of a penny. So that's pretty good too. So a beautiful green day on the Richard Hart cause there. Let's jump over to the gas prices. We've got 341,000 beats right now, 2/10 of a penny for PulseX swap. Let's go to validators. Validators at the moment, 52,407. We've seen a nice little rebound on those, although I think that's still down about 40 or so validators today. But nice big jump from 51,900 or something we had the other day. Pretty cool. Bridge at the moment. Oh, this is good news, guys. Bridge is up well over 80 mil. So kind of cool. We've got 81.3 million. Not bad, and of course up and away. Now EHEX of course contributes quite a lot to that, so anytime we get a bit of a move for EHEX, it's going to go up. But let's have a look at my last snapshot, shall we, just quickly. And this is quite old now. I think we're probably getting into a month old, is it? Almost, guys. I mean, this is the 19th, so not quite a month old. What's that, 12, 28 days? Yeah, pretty close though. So we had 28 days ago we had 6,035 ETH. We now got 6,067. That's up a little bit. We had 17.16 DAI. We got 16.3. So we're still down about 850 or something like that, 850K on that. USDC we had 16 million, and we got 16.44. So we're up, maybe 450 mil, let's say, on that. USD Tether we had 4.9 million. We're at 4.77. So just slightly under there by about 130,000. ETH, what else we got there? Coast is pretty much the same. EHEX was 9.4 million, and we're now at 10.6, so that's up quite a lot. And then Wrap Bitcoin was 1.7 million, and we're at 1.86, so up a little bit there too. So in any case, we are up dramatically. We're at 77.4 million back then, so we're now at 81.3. So what's that? $4 million, is it? $4 million increased over the last 28 days on the bridge values there. So got to be happy with that, right? Got to be happy with that. All right. Yes, so let's get into the results here. So the volume's still pretty low on Pulse Chain. Let's not snooze on that. We're at $5 million right now. This excludes the balance of forks, right? We've got 2 of those at least. And that we're at 5 million right now. So 5 million, we've been pretty much stuck between 4.5 and 6.5 million in volume. And it is a weekday, right? So it's not the greatest, but we have got some movement going. We've got Mafia coin at the moment. Just quick double checking this is the right one here. But Mafia there, I don't know, it's got some weird thing with the picture. Why is the Mafia not on there? That's weird. I'm not $1.19. Yeah, I'm not sure about this one, guys. So I don't, a bit nervous about that. It looks weird. Normally it's got the Mafia picture, doesn't it? Anyway, we've got dominance at the top there. Up, it's got some weird percentages and all that. So we're going to ignore that for the time being. We've got dominance at the top there. Number 2 is up 28%. So that's OG Web Chef. Staked ETH is up 20% as well. Adzilla is up 18%. We've got Liberty up 13% at number 5. Content reward token from Sava is up 10% there. Remember from OG Web Chef as well. So we've got dominance and OG Web Chef in the top 10 here. That's up 10%. And good news, guys. Those PulseX and Ink token are up in the top 10 as well. So pretty cool. PulseX and Ink close to 10%. In fact, this PulseX pair has hit 10%. That's kind of neat. So that's one of the small pairs, but still. So all the way number 12, Ink token. And of course, if we get some rallies on the Pulse Chain cores, presumably we're going to get maybe a little bit of delayed reaction and then pump in the altcoins on Pulse Chain, the leverage plays. So that kind of looks a little bit like what we're seeing here. Number 13 is Dow token, one of the top meme tokens from Pump Tires at 9.6%. We've got Peacock on the move right now. Obviously, we've got the big news around that. That's up 9.4%. And so on. So, yeah, pretty cool. All the way to number 18 has got the PulseX pairs as well. We got number 19, PDC, with the Troper. Now, I do want to do a show on, James Maria and stuff like that, but, we'll come up to that sooner than later. Hopefully I get onto that. 9% on RSI coming up as well. Then for Investor, another OG Web Chef, the grandparent, right? The grandparent, $1.75 right now, up 8.8%. Then we've got some other projects tied into the old Peacock LPs. That is Zero Trust. They're building out a whole ton of things in the ecosystem on Pulse Chain. I really should probably do some coverage of that too. That's up 8.8% there. Coming down to number 26 is Curve Token, up 8%. Pulse Puppy, number 28, up 7.5%. PUSD the Greys are coming in here now at number 29, up 7.5% there. We got VPulse, which is you put Pulse into Vouch, you get VPulse out, and you can go and earn more yield on that. That's up 7% right now. Liquid Loans, number 33, up 6.8%. Moonex at number 33, up 6.8%. World's Greatest PDI Printer, another OG Web Chef, that's up 6.7%. They're all pretty much, I think, all pretty much coming off the bottom though. We've got a Troper down there at number 36. We've got Most down at number 37, up 6.5%. That's another top meme coin, of course. Top Hat, another top meme coin as well, up 6.2% at number 38. SCADA from Nuke the Supply is up 6% there at number 39. And then we get into some hexes there. So got to have some hexes around. Those are up 6%, of course. UFO at the moment, number 43, tied into the PDCT ecosystem there, up 6%. And here's the real Mafia from the looks of it, is sitting up 5.9%. And of course, that has been working like a boss, isn't it? So let's have a little zoom on the old Mafia. Look at that. Woo, woo. That's the weekly candles, by the way. Weekly candles. So it's pretty crazy stuff. And let's look at the pulse ratio. This game must be getting pretty close to launch. Look at that, 48.65. So doing pretty well there on the old Mafia. Full game launch imminent. Of course, that opens up the vault and, of course, being able to kill other players, right? So we'll see how much bloodshed there is. So presumably hopefully there's a lot there in the game. Digital bloodshed, that is, not real world. We got Pump Tires died there, 46, up 7%. Number as well. Let's scroll down here. I think I got skipped a little bit, didn't I? Yeah, at number 47. Gophers at number 48, the first 404 contract on Pulse Chain from Dipcatcher, 5.85%. Let's scroll down here a bit further. I think we've got 9mm down here. So it keeps moving around a bit. So 54 there, up 5%. So, we've got a bit of green candles going down here. I'm just going to pull out a few more. Voucher at number 59, up 4.8%. Unity at number 61, up 4.8% there as well. Pump Tires there, up 4.77%. Now, obviously, we've got CoinMafia coming. So, obviously, Dump Tires, they're going to get a bit more pressure. And, the chart has not, obviously, with Pulse Chain down, hasn't been doing too well. This is on the weekly candles as well. But there could be a big upside there if people decide to pump it. But with CoinMafia, more competition, right? Even though it's CoinMafia is going to be very across 375 chains plus. So we'll keep a check out on that. ALGO, the Hex derivative, is up 4.7%. Sparta, also another Hex, so-called Hex treasury, although I think most of its treasuries in non-Hex, is up 4.6%. So all of them tracking the Hex kind of percentage, isn't it? And we've got Sourcine Minimum, that's up 4.5%, expected to go to Solana soon. What else there? Teddy Bear there from James Maria is up 4% there. P Tiger up 4% as well. Swarm up 4%. These are all in the top 75. So we've got pretty much green all along the board here. Let's keep going down. We're going to go down there. So we've got 93 coins out of top 100 trending on Dex Green in the green, although a lot of them aren't doing better than Pulse in the cause. And then we've got the rest of them down here. Unfortunately, Bria, which should be getting good news, is down 15%. So that's interesting. Bria down a little bit, obviously waiting for Coinwell and Coinaki, but someone sold it down today. I wonder what's going on there. Maybe they are getting ready for the old CoinMafia. Maybe that's what's going on. Maybe they thought, oh, I'll sell a little bit of capital to get that. I don't know. But anyway, that's down a little bit there, a little bit of volume into that one. So we'll keep a lookout for that. Let's see where the RSI. Yeah, I mean, the RSI is only down 55. So it's got lots of potential, isn't it, for the upside. 4 hourly's way down at near 40, and the weekly print. I mean, this thing here, honestly, with good support in the Coinwell and Coinaki as the AI agent and whatever implications it has, could be pretty bullish for the old Bria as well. That chart's all set up for a nice move. All right, so not financial advice, of course, due diligence, but that's the one that's down today. So those are the markets, guys. Should we get into the news? Let's do it. Let's get into the news. That's just to wake everybody up, guys. That's just to wake everybody up. All right, so let's move on. Let's move on before we get rugged. All right, so we've got LibertySwap, guys. This was huge news today. I cannot understate, the reason why I'm covering LibertySwap so much, because it is a big deal for the Pulse chain, really big deal. And these guys are building out a really cool ecosystem. All they have to do is keep doing what they're doing, be consistent, and all the rest of it. And they're just absolutely building a powerhouse as well. Everything they launch potentially earns a lot more fees and opens up a lot more big players to use this technology. And that's very popular, right? Big players like to have privacy. They like to be able to buy and sell coins en masse. And of course, this also, they have things around arbitrage and imbalances and making profits that way. There's lots of things, capital management, all of it. These guys are doing it all. So pretty exciting stuff there. 6 hours ago, this is the update. Good morning, Pulse Chain. We are excited to announce that USDC Railgun is now supported in our private mode. Currently, USDC Railgun to USDC Pulse Chain is available at a fixed rate with no slippage. From there, USDC Railgun can be routed into Pulse Chain assets via the Petius Enterprise API. So that, of course, Petius is the DEX aggregator on Pulse Chain. Like the leading ones dominating the volume. We will closely monitor route performance in a few hours before expanding support to USDC from additional chains. So pretty exciting stuff happening on the old chain there. They're going to expand chains. It's more customers, more opportunity for revenue. You can see some of the pictures there. So if you go to LibertySwap, you'll see public and private. So you go to private, to click the private there. You got Railgun USDC there. And of course, you got 100 USDC. You can buy some Pulse there through the Petius API, and that goes to your wallet all in private. It's a private dancer, dancing for money or something like that. So there you go. I don't know where that came from, but that's what happened. All right, we've got private USDC to Railgun there. I guess on the reversal there, 100 USDC on Pulse Chain to buy some USDC Railgun there as well. So all private there on the. It looks pretty good. So a little bit of fee there, 0.5% fee. And of course, that is highly profitable. We've got another picture here. We do too, 100 there. I think that's the same one, isn't it? Anyway, so that is pretty cool. So that launched today. Big news. They've had 12,200 views on that already in 6 hours. Petius says, great job, guys. Great job. Thank you so much, brother. I could not do it without your support. We are all Pulse guys. Nice. Keep crushing it, says Priya Renana from PDC. Thank you, sir. We will be releasing more this week, building on the new routes that we have just set up. So more stuff coming from these guys, and that's more potential reality for fees and things. Amazing work. The yield has started, and you guys keep showing up new features. Yep. This week marks another milestone. More to come. What's the reason behind using Matthias versus PulseX? Currently, Matthias has more advanced DEX technology to help prevent sandwich attacks and, of course, reduce price leverage and provide APIs for integration. It also aggregates more liquidity sources. Over time, people increasingly trade through aggregators rather than interacting directly with individual liquidity protocols. And, of course, PulseX and 9mm, things like that. All right, so kind of cool. Anything else they got there? Tremendous private routes can go mainstream in crypto if we position them correctly. And this is, of course, about the adoption side. Like, you can build the technology, fantastic. You can make it make money in certain ways through imbalances and other things. But of course, you've still got to reach out, get a traction there with the players out there as well. Privacy routes can go mainstream in crypto if we position them correctly. They solve a real large-scale problem, moving value across chains discreetly while strengthening the anonymity set for smaller blockchains. Kind of cool. I think that's kind of it. Let's see if we've got anything else. That's pretty much it for that update. So big update, guys, from LibertySwap. Now, they weren't finished. They weren't finished today because they decided to launch another one of their features here. We are excited to introduce our Shield feature, designed as a separate system from our swap routing logic. Shield enables users to move Ethereum, USDC, DAI, and USD Tether between Railgun shielded balances. Basically means they're private in the subcontract system across different blockchains. Looking ahead, this will allow shielded Railgun balances to exchange with other shielded Railgun balances from different privacy protocols. For example, USDC and held in shielded Railgun balances on Ethereum to USDC in private cash. This is an experimental approach. While it could be combined into the private trading tab, the underlying logic is extremely complex. We chose to separate it, test it over time, and optimize the design before deep integration. So these guys are really pushing the frontier, guys, and we're getting all that love on PulseChain, which is pretty neat there. So PulseChain are leading a lot of this privacy tech at the moment with the old LibertySwap. So they got their Shield here. You can see that. So they got the new Shield on the website. So there's a brand new tab on there. Shield and Unshield, Ethereum and Ethereum Railgun there. And of course, you got your privacy address on the OZK. Now, at the moment, you're going to need to download a Railway wallet, right, to interact with this. But the team are building a sort of a hybrid wallet between what standard wallet we're used to using and a privacy wallet like Railway. So they're trying to get get the right balance between features there. And so you'll be able to use that too in the future. That'd be pretty cool. So that was a big deal from them. 66 hours, they said, current routes, Ethereum mainnet to ETH Railgun. So you can send ETH from mainnet there to ETH Railgun there in the private system. Imagine like contracts there, a set of contracts where they're shielded. And of course, ETH Railgun to ETH PulseChain there so as well. So you can bring it out of the ETH Railgun there and into PulseChain if you wanted to. Of course, that becomes non-private after you do that. SAC funds or any ETH can move into Railgun. Remain there. SAC funds. We like this, right? We like this. So SAC funds, good guys. We like that. SAC funds there. Bring them in. Bring them in. Bring in $700 million or whatever it is at the moment. 600. What's the price now? Maybe $600 million. Bring that in. Bring that in to through the privacy there. And of course, they can sit in stealth and do so, every so often do a little bit of magic as ETH goes up. Buy a little bit here, a little bit there. Who knows? Or any ETH can move. Maybe all those hex whales. I saw some analysis way back. I think it was that 1/3 of the Ethereum whales had interacted with Hex or something like that in the last bull market. Bring some of that ETH in, guys. Hex Sky Whale. I don't know. You're out there. Let's do it. But remain there for a period of time and later be transferred to PulseChain discreetly through these routes. So the Magic Carp Ride. This is the way. This is the highway for the Magic Carp Ride to play out. No one can see it so easily now. And game on, right? So pretty cool little chat there. PulseChain source network, Railgun via LibertySwap privacy protocol, Ethereum destination network. How about that? So pretty cool. Did I repost that? I can't remember if I did, but I did a part. So that is pretty big news. We've got Shield as well. And when is that from the movie? I can't remember what the movie that is. Is it not DC Comics or something? I can't remember. But then they posted a little example A transfer of $1,000 was executed from Railgun Shield balance to a new public address on Pulse Chain, completed instantly. What is observable publicly is limited to the following. The input transaction only shows an interaction between our protocol and the Railgun relayer. Sender information is not exposed and remains unknown. The recipient is a newly created public address on Pulse Chain with no prior linkage. Magic there. No transaction history, balance, origin, or ownership can be inferred from on-chain data. From a public and blockchain analysis perspective, the transfer is fully anonymous. The source of the funds, the identity of the sender, and any prior transaction graph are cryptographically concealed by Railgun's shielding mechanism, and it took only 18 seconds there. So there we go. That is the process there for that. So kind of, they're bringing receipts. They're bringing receipts. And we know Fast Abdul likes receipts. Fast Abdul is here for the tech, and he likes receipts. So there we go. There's some receipts for you from the old LibertySwap there, Fast Abdul. Great to have you in chat there. We got Brennan, our TA guru in the house there. And, of course, a new dad in the world, brought in a Pulskin Hexkin and a Warrior supporter. I'm just kidding. And a Newcastle Knight supporter. Howdy, Superman. Cheers for the offer. I appreciate it, Brennan, and I hope things are going well with you. Very cool. So kind of cool. That is some of the pictures there as well. We were looking at those earlier. Kind of cool. So it's all action, guys. Get out there. Get your Railway wallet and start privacy trading today. Get used to it. Just do little bits at first, Get used to it and all that sort of stuff. One of my favorite movies, of course, Wedding Crashes. Got to be cool with that. This is exactly what I've been waiting for, says Toby. Privacy meets decentralized finance at its finest. Amazing work there. All that's needed is a good privacy-focused wallet interface and a private RPC to prevent metadata links. With that in place, ordinary users can enjoy advanced privacy safely. Now, of course, they are working on a wallet, right? So they're working on that, and they're going to have the wallet interface there, hopefully pretty nice as well. JD says, when users who are already on Pulse Chain holding tokens that aren't in stables be able to move into new wallets with no trace. Absolutely, says LibertySwap. However, we need to build a native Railgun instance in order to support Pulse Chain assets. So that's the Railgun on Pulse Chain itself, a native instance of it itself, rather than just the Ethereum one, I guess. This is targeted for Q2 2026 alongside the launch of ZKX wallet. So that is Q2. We've got a time frame there. Pretty cool. And the goal is to make buying and selling on Pulse Chain significantly more private. Kind of neat. All right. They're going to deliver even more cool things this week, so kind of cool. Holy crap, says Master Friend. All that's needed is a good privacy-focused wallet interface. Yeah, we got that one. That's just a repeat, but kind of cool. Now, I like going through the comments because, you often get a little bit more extra info, just like those timelines there we saw. Kind of neat. All right, so really, really good stuff happening here 3 hours ago. Welcome to Connecting with Pulse Chain next week, dear Polygon. So they're going to be adding Polygon into the network. I know we got the product, but then we're getting the chains added as well. So an expansion there. Very, very cool. So it's coming up there. And apparently Polygon has become a US regulated payments platform. And of course, we know payment systems are one of the three big themes there for crypto, along with stable coins and tokenization, right? All right, so let's see what else there. They've got Dosman on there. He's talking about Peacock is a cycle unicorn, and here's the proof. So we've got a cool little video on that. Should we play the video? Let's do it. Let's play the video there from, I think we've got, we can do that. I'll just have to mute myself and remember to unmute.
So talk about a sign. My daughter just came and picked a random restaurant and said, Dad, I'm taking you out for dinner, which is very nice. And look where she took me. There's two peacocks on the wall right beside the table they chose to put us on. And on the ceiling, in stained glass, is two more peacocks. As you see, there's no more peacocks in the rest of the restaurant. I think it's a sign.
There we go, guys. A sign of the old peacock there. Pretty cool. So that's the latest updates there from LibertySwap. So huge, guys. So USDC, Railgun, and also the shielded balances, privacy, bullish for the old chain. They're going to add more chains and more features as we go through the next over the next week. Kind of neat. Up the wires, says Wookie. Yeah, they go the Warriors. It's our year. Just like every other year, Wookie. It's like every other year. All right, so that is pretty cool. Let's get on to the other big news, of course, that people are looking forward to, and that is CoinMafia from Rack and Rochelle. And yeah, wow. Let's see what happens here. Let's do a refresh on here, actually, just so I get the latest and greatest. And a lot of excitement in the community right now on CoinMafia on Telegram. So people are getting pretty excited for things. So let's see what we've got here on the build up here. I'm just doing this live. So just remember that. So we're just seeing how we go here. I'm just going to come back a little bit, then we're going to build up into whatever is the latest. So we kind of got this post here. This is 13 hours ago. Stand by, I reckon Rochelle said. And of course, remember there was a slight delay because they want to add some extra features and other things like that. So they delayed it slightly. It was going to launch on Sunday. And so they delayed it a couple of days. And but it looks like we're pretty much here. Stand by, web, of course. You can join the Telegram. Everyone's in there. I really like this ad, by the way. I think it's very cool. A very cool ad. Hopefully we've got the video up here somewhere. Then, of course, we had a bit of competition in the house, so it's always good to have a bit of healthy competition to calculate the combined market cap, adding in the mid-range. So obviously adding in PDI, the Peacock, the P-Tiger, the PDC, the loan, and that was $170 million apparently. So yeah, where will CoinMafia sit with its valuation? It's going to be interesting. We're gonna see. We're gonna find out. But certainly some competition with some of the top teams there. The only one that I wouldn't say is top team in here is P-Tiger. Obviously, it's a kind of a rising star, but the rest of them definitely pretty big protocols and communities on the X. What else? Then we had 9 hours ago, there was a $5,000 launch contest to CoinMafia. Hey, Crypto Family, it's him versus them. Him versus them. Rack and Michelle taking on B-Roots, Tiger, Crypto God, Somi, LibertySwap, and Liquid Loans. So the battle of the Titans there. The Titans versus the Whales. I don't know how we put that. When CoinMafia's market cap blasts past the combined market cap of those protocols, remember that was 170 million, it's game over. So to celebrate the launch of CoinMafia, we're running a 3-hour contest starting right now. And of course, that has finished now. So there'll be winners announced, no doubt. When CoinMafia market cap exceeds these people all combined, Rack Michelle is going to post this gift. So there we go. That's it. That's a requirement. So pretty cool. That's already been completed, though. It is a finished competition. So I guess we'll find out the winners soon. Yeah, contest ended. Thanks, everyone. We will announce the winner soon. So there we go. That was 9 hours and finished 3 hours later. And then we got the cool video. So I do like this video. So let's see. Has it got audio on it? Yeah, it's got music, so I can't really play that. But we're going to play the video. And yeah. All right, so that's the video there. It's going to have no music, but you guys can go listen to it. But I really like it. I think it's a pretty cool thing. So obviously, Rack and Michelle driving. We've got the CoinMafia 8 there, looking pretty badass. Green candles coming out of the desert, is it? Green candles. Some nice work there. Green candles and charts studio there. Not bad. So this is sort of stuff I think is very good for social media, right? Catch is very catchy. Very cool. And that car is taken off. Now we got Space Ape. That's pretty cool. Obviously got the music there playing in the background there. So CoinMafia presents. So there we go. What's he got on the? Let me just go back there. He's got some words on there on the an association with Rack and Michelle and Midgard Association, CoinMafia formed by Rack and Michelle and CryptoPunk. There we go. It's got all the socials underneath that. Built to eliminate rugs there on that stuff. So that was 6 hours ago. We're catching up, guys, into time. So 35 minutes. Game on, says Rack and Michelle. Guys, looks like we got a live launch right while we're doing it. What's the chances of that? So where's this going from? CoinMafia. This is 37 minutes ago, guys. So we're live. We're live. Woohoo! We're live, guys. Fantastic. So CoinMafia is live now. And this is from the official CoinMafia site, so CoinMafia X, the premier multi-chain token launchpad. Create, trade, launch tokens with bonding curves across all major EVMs. Now, I think the anticipation is to expand to over 375. Presumably, they'll start off, I don't know, with 10 or 20. We're going to have a look in a minute. An EVM native framework built to eliminate rugs, reduce manipulation, and protect participants by design, engineered for structure, durability, and long-term market integrity, not short-term hype. So remember this, they're playing the long game here, an expansive game, of course, to dominate all chains with the ultimate launch pad there. So big deal. The Mafia contract is out. So it's OXF6 9A67. Let's go have a look at it. Now, as I understand it, there were going to be 20 million tokens. So 1 billion tokens existence, 90% burned, 80 million to a whitelist, which is on a lock timer. I think it's 3 months. And then, of course, 20 million going into the liquidity pool. And then, of course, being traded, right? So everyone's going to try and grab that supply. So let's go and find this contract. Presumably, not sure what chain it's on. So we'll have to go find that. Maybe there's fake one, so you got to get the right contract. So it does appear to be on Pulse Chain, and that is the chart right now. So bam, let's go to the 5-minute chart. Let's go to the minute chart. So there's the minute chart right now, 87 cents. It's got some pretty big market cap there, 873 million. Obviously, with a lot of coins locked. Let's quickly go to the. I guess we'll go to the holder account here. Let's quickly check the old blockchain. But that is the chart right now. 87 cents. Liquidity 241K, $344,000 in volume. 650 buys over 275 sells. So obviously buyers are in command right now. We've got we'll have the old rocket there. So that's ticking away. And so that is game on right now. Let me post the everything in the chat there if you guys want to check it out. But that is live, so we're going to repost that. Huge congrats on the launch. First of 5 projects, and bam. All right, so I guess we have to put what's the token name? Mafia, CoinMafia. I guess it's Mafia there. We've got I guess we've got CoinMafia. All right, so bam, and that is the update there. So if you guys want to check it out, you can. I'll post the link on there with all the contracts and everything. Remember, you always go to the official stuff. So that is the CoinMafia launch, CoinMafia, and token supply is just an LP pool, so people scrambling to get that. Like I say, the other tokens are supposed to be locked, as I understand it, for 3 months, and then a random disbursement. So every 4 to 8 hours or something, tokens will be unlocked for different wallet whitelisters. So we're going to see how that goes. Now, the whole idea, of course, is people will token launch on here. So let's go to that. We've got Benjamin in there. Says a great job. Kind of cool. Got lots of comments in there. So there we go. All right. So that is it at the moment. Do your own due diligence, not financial advice, all that good stuff. But that is from CoinMafia. Let's see if CoinMafia's got any other updates here at the moment. Boom. Now we're going to go back to Rack and Michelle now. So Rack and Michelle says supply shock incoming. CoinMafia is burning 900 million tokens. That's 90% of the total supply. So that market cap presumably will be burned off. Let's go have a look at the supply right now. Yeah, 1 billion tokens. So they're going to be burning 900 million off. See, well, it looks like it's already gone already. So that's the 369 address, the burn address. That 900 million tokens has been burned, 90%. There is 80 million from looks at in this top contract here. And that, I believe, that is for the whitelist. And that has got a 3-month minimum lock, then a random lock for each wallet that's on the whitelist. I believe there's 600 or so. And then we've got the third address here, 90.6 million. Presumably that is, I don't know, it's got a 35 AC. Presumably it's a Rack and Michelle, maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's at the original LP contract. And then we've got 138,000 in this top contract here. And then we've got people, the biggest whale holder at the moment, 73,000 and following. So that is the latest update there from the contract. So hopefully that's an accurate, I think a pretty accurate breakdown of that. Once again, go on Telegram, do due diligence, but it's my understanding. So that's it. CoinMafia burned 900 million. That's burned. Permanent irreversible on-chain, less supply, same mission the game just started. And that is Telegram. So everyone will be in Telegram right now. And that is out there as well. So boom, there we go. We've got Ben in there nice and early as well. What was it? Burn, baby, burn. I think that's how we would say, isn't it? Burn, baby, burn. So we'll do some old fire. Now, obviously, this is early days, so everyone's trying to clamor over the tokens to get the tokens. They'll probably be played. So, do what we will. We're going to keep a watch out for that. So, kind of cool. Let me go to the Rack and Michelle. and see if we've got anything else. So we're going to keep tabs on any other updates during the day, but it is live. So CoinMafia is live. Now let's quickly go to the website and have a look at that. So it's the one thing we haven't done. So we've looked at the price chart that is there. We've looked at the holder supply and now the website. So the website's pretty beautiful, right? I think we can all agree it's a very, very nice job. The branding's great. The website's pretty great as well. Now we've got top action here, highest market cap, verified devs and KOLs. So at the moment, we've the first token launched is the Mafia token itself, the CoinMafia one. Ticker is Mafia, and 100% there, market cap there. So kind of cool. Let's have a look at that. Obviously, it's trading. Looks like they traded on V1 as well. Is that on V1? Let's have a look. V2 or V2 that's got there. And what else? Chart coming soon, so not quite updated there. What else we got there? Let's go back to the homepage. So who will be the first one there to launch tokens? So you can now launch tokens on here on CoinMafia. Pretty cool. Now I have posted, I don't know if I posted this one in the chat, but I will post this too if you guys are on the chat there. And this is a burn post. So CoinMafia 2, and we're going to post that as well. So that has got the links to the website. So you got all the official stuff in the official posts. That is it there. Bam. All right. So that is pretty cool. I've reposted this on the Crypto Night Show. So if you're over there, you can check that out as well. I've also got some posts there that you can sign up. We'll do that in a minute to Telegram. But that is game on. So I would expect quite a few updates from Rack and Michelle and the CoinMafia team over the next days and hours, days and weeks, and etc. On this one. So the first of the 5 protocols. And of course, this is going to be the opening, the taster there. But this is they're looking at a long live project, so we're going to be watching that. Now, the chains at the moment that are live, they've got Pulse Chain, Ethereum, and Base Chain. So they will be ramping up to 375 plus, I think 380 maybe. So we're going to keep tabs on the number of chains, and they'll probably have reasons for when they're launching chains, etc. On that. So they have had a lot of views on the website in the lead up to this. And apparently they've also got some, millions of influencer stuff happening later on. So, it's going to be a bit of a journey as well. Now, remember, this is just like any business. This has its benefits and risks. So, do your own due diligence. Nothing of financial advice. We're just covering the launch here. So kind of cool. Excited about it. Very, very cool. They also have referrals. So if you do use referrals, you can connect up and get your referral address there. You can share a referral link with friends. When they create a token using your link, you earn 1% of all fees related to that token bonding curve, and rewards are paid directly to your wallet. So if you want to do that, that's pretty cool. And all sorts of people can launch tokens on here as well. I may very well do one myself. So stay tuned for that. That could be pretty cool. All right, so top in action here. KOL drops. Nothing on there. Obviously, it's just launched, so it's coming soon. Exclusive token launches from verified crypto influencers. Keep a lookout for that. Could be some secret sauce there on that one. Verified devs. Obviously, verified devs who have developed built ecosystems. Now, we know there's a number of teams that kind of launch tokens on Pump Tires at the moment. So we're looking for that. And, of course, what teams that are doing stuff on Pump Fund will come to CoinMafia. That's another one that could happen as well. So far, the only coin is the platform token, which is CoinMafia at the moment. So keep a lookout for that over the day. How many tokens will be launched in the first 24 hours? Let me know in the chat what you think that might be. So that is CoinMafia. It's live, guys, and we're going to be looking at, it's going to be probably a progressive rollout. So we're going to keep following that track as well. Interesting enough, Rack and Michelle just hit 10,000 followers. So congratulations to him on that as well. That's a nice little milestone. And I think somebody got on the whitelist if he was reaching 10,000. So it's pretty cool. All right, so the first of 5, we're going to be watching this. It's going to be really fun to see the venture capitalist Rack and Michelle at work. We're excited about it. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun there. And make a token today. Get in there, make a token. Why not? Why not? All right, so that is the coin site there. I've given you the source things. You can find the website and the token contract on there. At the moment, this is the price at the 83 cents. We'll see where that goes. Obviously, it's brand new, so we'll find out where it goes here. 9% of tokens have been burned off. How many are in this pool? 142,000 tokens in this pool at the moment, 6.8 billion pulse. So keep a lookout for that. Keep a lookout. It's going to be interesting. All right, so that is that. Let's jump away from the Mafia there. We're going to get into Neil Fatish's and True2X. How we're doing an hour and 5 minutes on the live. We've got True2X at the moment is on day 24. Thanks to Neil for adding the days. Makes it a lot easier for me. He says the SRE is active. So the SRE is the investment arm of the True2X protocol. The whole idea of True2X, of course, is to get 2x in your pulse bags by having a pulse a miner. And they take 14%, and that becomes part of the sort of the investing arm, the SRE arm, and invest. So it is apparently active today. So they're investing in stuff, and of course, day 24 is underway. So kind of cool. Let's have a look at the results. So 252 billion pulse has been compounded from all sources. So that's pretty cool. Total volume deposited to 4.28 million. Average daily volume at 10.93 billion. Average daily volume in dollars is 184,000. Total miners has hit 16,000. So congratulations to True DeFi for that. Pretty amazing, 16,000 miners. Total pulse distributed today is 2.02 billion. We noticed that has moved around from day to day, so it does definitely move around. With pulse going up a bit, also the value is a bit higher now, right? 34,000. And apparently they now own 24.4% of the Emmet single-side staking pool. So that's pretty amazing. Let's go check that out, actually. Let's go to Emmet Farm and check out the farm there. So what we're talking about with the single-side staking is that Emmet Farm, one of our top farms on Pulse Chain, has the single-side staking innovation where you just earn EDI. So it's not a dumpamento on the platform, and you can just sit in there and earn EDI. 4% of the reflection tokens on volume on Emmet token go into this yield, and it's been very successful. There's $212,000 right now in the pool, and the APR is 97.63%. So pretty handsome there, and you're earning EDI, not Emmet in that pool. All the other farms, you're earning Emmet, and Emmet is at a pretty modest emission rate there, 555 per day. And the current price of token is $1.60 right now. So we can actually work out how much emission inflation is just by multiplying the 555 there. So let's do that while we're here. 555.55, I guess, 55 times $1.60, and that is $888 a day as well. So now people can do different things with that. They can go back and compound in, or they can just hodl it, or they can sell it. There's obviously a lot of third-party applications they can go do things with as well. So it's pretty cool with the old Emmet there. All right, so that is kind of cool. So well done to True2X team and Neil Fatish's. Day 24 in progress. It's not even a month old yet, and they've done pretty amazing. I'll keep a lookout for that. Apparently, they've got something else up their sleeve as well. They won't tell me. They won't tell me, but apparently it's coming up. So we'll look for that. All right, so that brings us into the final topic of the day. What a show today. What a show, guys. We had LibertySwap with USDC enabled for Railgun on Pulse Chain. We've had their Shield feature activated as well for privacy. Amazing. And just on live stream, unbelievable. We had CoinMafia launch. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? We'll be doing more coverage, of course, of that moving forward. So that's going to be huge. 3 chains already activated: Pulse Chain, Ethereum, and Base Chain. Who will be first to make a token on there? I'm sure there's going to be a clamoring on that. So look forward to that. And we may very well do one here on the live show. What about that? That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, fun times ahead. All right, so we better bond it though. If we're going to do a token, we better bond it, and it's got to be something good and useful. We'll make sure it's something of usefulness there. All right, so Pulse Chain Monster Thread number 36 is out. 36 weeks of the hottest news on Pulse Chain. Of course, I went through this. Was it yesterday? I think it was, or the day before. What day is it? Yesterday, 2 days ago. Yeah, 2 days ago. And of course, pretty exciting stuff. Richard's question around the PUSD sacrifice results. Pretty neat there. And of course, Pulse Chain tablets being handed out at places like Gucci and other places. Pretty exciting stuff. So it really, really is awesome stuff there. One of the key things, of course, is the PUSD results. We had lots of things on there. The promotions of the tablet there. Railgun, of course, has now gone live now. So that story there has been upgraded there. We're now live. We've got obviously YouTubers out there doing promotions as well. So we've got people handing out tablets, people doing YouTube shows, playing games, and handing out Pulse. So it's kind of neat there. The Hex conference was on 6 years. Wasn't that amazing? We had a lot of great influencers on there doing that. What else do we have? Big X spaces from Thai Crypto God entering the X space there. That was really boomed there with B Roots and others. What else do we had? All the heavyweight developers like Triple Dad and Fast Abdul and Jexa on the same stream together. Pretty awesome. They're really adding a lot of TVL to the Pulse chain and going multi-chain as well. Hex stakes are on the move. There's still Hex stakes. We've got a lot of people still covering how awesome that is going, and of course opportunities there. Wu-Tang with the artwork, that's looking pretty cool. I do love that painting too. Apparently it's a 1980s rapper. 1980s rapper. We had obviously the Crypto Night show with crypto graphics covering Unity, Taurus Unity, and Ether's groundbreaking cloud staking. Now I noticed that Somi was on the video and he talked about the price being down. Well, we knew that price was going down because it was the way that inflation was being adjusted. So yeah, I don't know. Unfortunately, Somi just hadn't had time to check why that was the case, but that is the case there. Internet money downloads, amazing, all right? KG, 108,000, and this is in a bear market conditions. Once we get on a move, I'm sure these wallet downloads are going to be increased. And we also got new wallets coming, right? Ramp now, LibertySwap, all bring new wallets to the Pulse chain, so kind of cool. Positive bridge inflows. We had all that too. We had good over $1 million in flows, and of course we saw over the last month, as I showed earlier, that we were up about $4 million in total values. But in terms of stables, I think it was 1.1 million or something. Cabana Crypto hosted the cool program as well on the ProofX Sacrifice. And of course, Ramp now there has really scaling up their business with cards, Apple Pay and Google Pay. And no doubt that's going to have a bigger implication on Pulse chain payment systems as well coming up there. I really do think that whoever, gets the first credit card out could be a really big deal, right? Could be a really big deal there. We've got Peter White in the house there. Thank you again for the information, Superman. Really enjoy the coverage. I appreciate that, Peter. Much appreciated there. All right, so we had some honorable mentions as well. Pew Pew, Zero Trust, Dr. Dodge, Gar Crypto, and 720 in there as well. So check all those out. And of course, this is perfect if you've been busy during the week or you want to onboard new people. You can find out everything that's really happened in the last week on the old Pulse chain. This excludes things like opinions and things like that. Projections, but it has all the news type of things in here. We also have some of the top protocols on Pulse chain included. Heartwood Dog, of course, coming up with season 2, and you got to love the artwork. I mean, look at the artwork, guys. I mean, it's just next level stuff from them, and doing really great there. We're looking forward to season 2, Pulse of the Fallen. Emmett Farm, of course, we talked about that. They've just launched a new product, of course, Emmett Factory. Build your own yield empire, so you can now airdrop rewards to your own your ecosystem. Pretty cool inside the Emmett Farm. So a new product there. Pretty awesome stuff from Emmett Farms. And of course the combat token there. If you're after something that with some resiliency, they have this treasury, Pulse Treasury, and a buy and burn mechanism. And of course that has been pretty popular as well. And these guys are just an amazing bunch of people, and great marketing there from them. So lots of cool things happening. In the Monster Thread, we've got the ProofX conference preview as well, coming up in February. And then, of course, also a bit of a flashback to some greatness there, Sci-Fi from Richard Hart. And, of course, some life tips and crypto tips on how to really survive and thrive. How about that? How about that? Survive and thrive. Kind of cool. So big shout out to MVS Crypto for the editor-in-chief of the Monster Thread, doing a great job there. 36 weeks of the hottest Pulse chain news. So if you haven't checked it out, I'm going to post the link in the chat there. And so you can go check it out. But lots of people doing lots of cool things on the chain, as you can see, and lots of more things are coming. So kind of cool there. Monster Thread number 36, and bam, there we go. Let me copy that too, because I'm going to post it on the X. All right, let's scroll up there. Bam, bam, bam. There we go. And we're also obviously going to post that on the live stream. So let's go to that. We're heading up towards 1,500 followers. As you guys know, I've had to rebuild the show. So yeah, we are on the move there. We're on the move. And up only there from Sean. Nice. All right, so that is the play right now. So yeah, very exciting there. 2 big launches today. USDC from LibertySwap, and of course Rackham Rochelle there with his first platform, CoinMafia. And we're going to be following that journey for both of those. So big deals. And see how the magic rolls out with that. It's going to be pretty exciting. Wish them all the best, those teams, and with the continued rollout, because it is probably got lots of things going with that. Marketing, promotions, but, the market price, distribution of tokens with the holdership, and all those sort of things coming up. New tokens launched on multiple chains, new blockchains launched. It's going to be a lot of fun to see all that play out, isn't it? All right. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Now in 15 minutes, kind of when I normally stop. So we're going to finish up there. And you just never know in the new year what we might get, right? We might get one of these. You just never know.
You could get a God candle at any moment. You could get a God candle at any moment. Green candle at any moment. Green candle. It's easier to get them because it's easier to get less economic. It takes less economic less of it for sale because there's less of it for sale.
And LibertySwap's made that a lot easier with their shielded balances and Batias integration. It's going to be a lot of fun, guys. It's only getting better from here. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Catch you guys again. I may do a show later on. We'll see. We'll see what happens there. There's a couple of ideas I've been wanting to do. Other than that, I'll see you on my normal daily show tomorrow around the same time. Take care, everybody. And congratulations once again to LibertySwap and Rack and Michelle and Coinwell. Live launch. That was pretty badass. All right. Take care. Bye for now.